Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all settle down for today's collective meditation. Kindly switch off your cell phones or keep it in silent mode. Let us open our hands humbly and place on our lap. Look at Shri Mataji and welcome Mother into our heart. ನಮ್ಮ ಎರಡೂ ಕೈಗಳನ್ನು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇಡುತ್ತಾ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರನ್ನು ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸೋಣ. Shri Mataji, please give us permission for today's collective meditation. Shri Mataji, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ದಿನದ ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕ ಧ್ಯಾನಕ್ಕೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಅನುಮತಿಯನ್ನು ದಯಪಾಲಿಸಿ. By keeping our attention completely inside, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಚಿತ್ತವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕವಾಗಿ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂಧನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Let us all look at Shri Mataji in our hearts. Shri Matajiಯವರನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Let us recognize Shri Mataji, ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಆದಿಶಕ್ತಿ. ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಆದಿಶಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಗುರುತಿಸೋಣ. ಈ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶನ ಮಂತ್ರ. In this state, let us recite 3 Maha Mantras followed by Shri Ganesha Mantra. In this state, let us offer few bhajans to Shri Mataji. ಇದೇ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರ ಶ್ರೀಚರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಭಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸೋಣ.
जय जय बोलो 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 जय बोलो जय 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 बोलो जय जय बोलो जय जय बोलो जय जय बोलो जय जय लो जय जय बोलो जय जय बोलो जय 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 बोलो 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 निर्मल गणेश की जय जय बोलो शिव नंदन की जय जय बोलो अष्टविनायक की श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी जय जय बोलो जय जय बोलो निर्मल गणेशा की, जय जय बोलो शिवनंदन की, जय जय बोलो अष्टविनायक की, श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी। जय जय बोलो निर्मल गणेशा की, जय जय बोलो शिवनंदन की, जय जय बोलो अष्टविनायक की,
ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಚಿತ್ತವನ್ನು ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರ ಶ್ರೀಚರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸೋಣ. Let us keep our complete attention at the holy lotus feet of Sri Adi Shakti, Shri Mataji. Please keep your lotus feet in our hearts. Shri Mataji, ದಯಮಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀಚರಣವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಿಸಿ. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಶುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿ. Shri Mataji, please cleanse our hearts with your pure love. ನಮ್ಮ ಎರಡೂ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಡೋಣ. Let us keep our both the hands on the Mother Earth. ಹೇ ಭೂಮಿ ತಾಯಿ, ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ. ನಾವು ತಿಳಿದು ತಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ನಡೆದಾಡಿ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ ಅಮ್ಮ. ಓ Mother Earth, please forgive us for stepping on you every day. ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಶರೀರದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳನ್ನು, ಬಾಧೆಗಳನ್ನು, ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ದಯಮಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಭೂಗರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀರಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ತಾಯಿ. ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅವೇ all the bhadas into the Mother Earth. Please cleanse all our chakras and our nadis. ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿ, ದಯಮಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶನನ್ನು ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ. ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿ, by your grace, please awaken Shri Ganesha. Shri Mataji, please make us worthy of your attention always. Shri Mataji, ಸದಾ ತಮ್ಮ ಚಿತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾತ್ರರನ್ನಾಗಿಸಿ. In this state, let us all collectively recite Shri Ganesha Atharvashesha.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Namaste Ganapataye. Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi. Tvameva Kevalam Bhartasi. त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि. त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि. त्वं साक्षात् आत्मासि नित्यं. ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि. अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुजानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोर्ध्वातात् अवाधरातात्. सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात्. त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः. त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः. त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि. त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि. त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि. सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते. सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तसिष्ठति. सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति. सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रतीयते. सर्वमिरापो नरो नीलो नभः. त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि. त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः. त्वं देहत्रयातीतः. त्वं कालत्रयातीतः. त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं. त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः. त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं. त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमा संहितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्त्वमनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारः शान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुद्धरूपम् नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या कनकऋषिः नेत्रे गायत्री छन्दः गणपते देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं गदं च वरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पे सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनम् एवं जगत्कारणम् अच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिनी शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ತಮ್ಮ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶನ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರದ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಿರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ. ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ our self-realization like Sri Ganesha. We surrender all our chakras and nadis at your holy lotus feet. Please awaken Sri Ganesha in all our chakras and nadis. Shri Mataji, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಕ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀ ಚರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶನನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಕ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಎರಡೂ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ತೊಡೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ತರೋಣ. Let us bring our both the hands on our lap. ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿ, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಿರ್ವಿಚಾರದ ಧ್ಯಾನದ ಆನಂದವನ್ನು ದಯಪಾಲಿಸಿ. ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿ, please give us the joy of thoughtless awareness, state of meditation. ಇದೇ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರ ಅಮೃತವಾಣಿಯನ್ನು ಆಲಿಸೋಣ. ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ಲೆಟ್ us listen to Shri Mataji's ಅಮೃತವಾಣಿ.
At the very outset, we have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot transform it. We cannot describe it. You have to experience the truth. What we know about truth is through our limited mind, which is in itself in a confusion. Mind is actually something artificial. The real is the brain, but mind is artificial. And when we start projecting our mind, everybody does it in their own way. And then there's a conflict, there's a fight. Some say this is correct, another says that is correct. And one does not know which one is to follow and what to do. We have science before us. We thought science will solve our problems, but we must know that science is amoral. It has no morality with it, and it has such limitations that we cannot know the fundamentals about ourselves. For example, we cannot say why are we on this earth. The science cannot explain why are we on this earth. What is the purpose of our life? There are so many things we can ask scientists and they cannot answer the question. So we take to religion and to books which are written about God Almighty. There also we find the people who are in charge of religion are extremely power-oriented or money-oriented. They are not spirit-oriented. So whatever religion they have created is nothing but ritualism, what we can call as karma kand. All kinds of rituals people do. I met many people who told me, Mother, we have done this vrat, we have fasted, we have been to Himalayas, all kinds of things we have done, but we haven't achieved self-realization, the Atma Sakshatkar. I again say, for this, you have to know that you have a special right to become self-realized because you are born in these modern times. These modern times, I call them the blossom time, where there are many seekers of truth who were running about in the search of truth all over on the mountains, inside the caves, wondering what is the aim of their life. But they all could not find it, and it already promised that in this horrible Ghor Kali Yuga that people will find the truth. Without the truth, which is absolute, we can never understand why we are fighting. Everybody thinks that they know the truth and they can lead the masses into that path of truth, so-called. But as you see gradually that all these ideas are exposed to be not the absolute. So we have to find the absolute truth. Now what is the absolute truth? What is the way to know the absolute? Absolute truth is that you are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not these conditionings, or you are not this ego, you are not these emotions and aspirations, but what you are the pure spirit. This is the first thing one has to understand. Whatever I am going to tell you today, you shouldn't accept it blindfolded. We have had enough of problem with blind faiths. So you should keep your mind open like scientists. If you find what I am saying is being proved, then as honest people, you better accept it. Because it is the last breakthrough of your evolution. Because it is for the benevolence of your being, for the benevolence of the family, benevolence of your city, of this country, and of the whole world. Because human beings are as they are, there are problems. What they need is a complete transformation, and today I am telling you about a global transformation. For that you need not be very well educated. For that you need not be belonging to any big city. For that you need not be a very sophisticated personality or a person who thinks that he's being overly religious. It can work out in every person because our Creator has already created that wonderful thing called Kundalini within you. The second truth one has to see is that there is an all-pervading power of divine love. It's described with different names in different books, we should say, by different incarnations, seers and prophets. It's called as Paramachaitanya in our Indian scriptures, is called as Ruh in the Quran, is called as the all-pervading power of divine love in the Bible, as the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. Adi Shankaracharya has called is the description as Salilam, Salilam, cool, cool. This, the description of this all-pervading power may be called by many names, but that makes no difference. There is an all-pervading power we can call the only power which is vital, which looks after us, which gives us all these beautiful plants and flowers, which we take it for granted, which runs our heart, which gives us life, gives us joy, and which tells us what is the absolute truth. We have to feel this all-pervading power, experience it. By experiencing only, you will know what is the truth is. You have to experience it on your central nervous system. It's not just to say that this is what God is, this is what Param Chaitanya is. You have to experience. All of you have to experience it. Of course, it's a living process of our evolution. When we became human beings, we didn't pay to anyone. Or when these plants came up or the flowers came out of one seed, we didn't pay to Mother Earth. So you cannot pay for it. For the divine doesn't understand money. It's a headache human beings have created. They think that God also needs money. God doesn't need any money from you. Nor you can pay for your evolution, which is absolutely there, already placed within you in the triangular bone called as sacrum. That means the Greeks knew that it was a sacred bone. And they told me that they came to know from Indians. It's very surprising that the Greeks learned so many things from us while we don't know much about ourselves. This triangular bone is placed at the base of our spinal cord, is the one that has this special power, which is coiled up in 3.5 coils. And because it's a coil, which is in Sanskrit is kundal, and because it's a feminine power, it's a Shakti, that's why it's called as Kundalini. At least in the south, people know something about Kundalini. And they know about also self-realization. But in the north, people don't know anything. If you talk to them about Kundalini, they think that I'm talking about Kundali. They don't understand what is Kundalini is. But it's very surprising because the people in the north are not so ritualistic perhaps. They have taken to Sahaja Yoga so easily that I felt that these are some seekers of last life, that they have taken to it so easily and are so much involved into themselves in bettering their inner being. Unless and until we improve our inner being, we cannot understand what's wrong with us, why we behave in such a manner, why our society behaves in such a manner, why people who are occupying higher places at the helm of affairs suffer from all kinds of problems of greed also. It is coming because we are ignorant about ourselves. We don't know what we are, how great we are, what are our powers, what is our glory. Because of that, we are running after things which are of no value, which are of no use, which are not meant to be taken to as human beings who are at the epitome of evolution. They are the highest. Those highest people have to achieve the last breakthrough. This is, I am just as a mother telling you that if you can accept not what I am saying, but accept the experience that you are going to have. In short, I will try to tell you what happens when this Kundalini rises. Actually, it is like a little seed has a plumule in it, what we call Ankura, and which gets manifested when it comes in contact with the Mother Earth. Then it grows into a very big tree. In the same way, your Your tribune is this Kundalini, which is to be awakened. As a result, you become a very different, transformed person who has the light of the spirit shining in the attention. So the first thing that happens to you, that you start feeling this all-pervading power around you. I must tell you, this country of ours is a yoga bhumi. Don't get disturbed by what is happening outside, but inside, this is a very, very ancient country of yoga, meaning by which you are surrounded by this Parama Chaitanya. It is those who can see that the Param Chaitanya is active. And because of this, you can feel the existence of this Parama Chaitanya very easily. Indians can feel it because they say that one has to be full of punya, has to be born in this country. Of course, some people have lost faith in that. That is not the truth. The truth is definitely that you are born in this country, you have every right, you have your birthright to get your self-realization. The whole world is understanding that it's India which is going to lead the whole world in spirituality. Once this Kundalini is awakened, it passes through various centers. You have been told about these centers, that it passes through 6 centers and pierces to the last center, which actually is the 7th one, and connects you to this all-pervading power of divine Dhamma. Like this instrument, supposing, is made and is not connected to the mains, it has no meaning. In the same way, we have no meaning, we have no identity unless and until we are connected to this power which has created us. So, spontaneously it rises. You don't have to do anything, no mantras, no japas, no fasting, nothing. Don't have to stand on your head. Nothing of the kind. But it just spontaneously gets awakened, rises, and you can feel it on your fingertips. This cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, as they call it in the Bible, or as in the Quran is described, that at the time of resurrection, you will feel this ruh on your hands, and your hands will speak, and they will tell you what is wrong. These hands will speak against you in the sense they will tell you what's wrong with you. You have been told already about the chakras and how you feel them on your fingertips. All this has to happen. But internally what happens is that we become extremely peaceful, automatically. Nobody has to tell you, now I'll give you a peace award, or there's a peace you must have. This lecturing doesn't work out. Because all the time this head is madly thinking, this mind is thinking all the time. And when it is thinking, what is happening is that there are waves of thoughts coming up and down, up and down. We live in the future and also in the past. But we cannot live in the present. If I say come to the present, you cannot. And present is the reality, because past is finished and the future doesn't exist. So what happens when this Kundalini rises? She elongates these thoughts and a space is created between them, which is called as Vilamba. By this happening, you feel absolutely peaceful because you become thoughtlessly aware. Thoughtlessly aware means you are absolutely aware, but you are thoughtless. We call it in Sanskrit as nirvichar samadhi. Automatically, it happens to you that you become thoughtlessly aware, that you stand in the present. Then there's no bombardment of thoughts, nothing. You are absolutely peaceful, and then you get all the qualifications of a sakshatkari who becomes the witness of the whole drama. He thinks the whole world is a drama. He watches the whole thing without getting disturbed. I can give an example, like if you are standing in the water. You are afraid of the waves that are coming. But in case you know how to jump into a boat, then you are not afraid. You watch these waves nicely, enjoy them. But supposing you know how to jump and swim, then you can save others also. So this is the two stages into which you pass. First you become thoughtlessly aware. And the second stage where you become, we call it as doubtlessly aware, means in Sanskrit it is nirvikalpa. There is no vikalpa. And you just become one with that divine power and you know how to handle the situation. As a result of this, so many things can happen because all your physical, mental, emotional problems are there because these centers are in the jeopardy. There's something wrong, serious with the centers, that's why you are physically sick or mentally ill or you have other problems. Say even from false gurus you have problems. They all get corrected because this Kundalini passes through these centers, she nourishes them, she integrates them and enlightens them. With that enlightenment, what you get is a complete experience. Again I say not the knowledge, because knowledge can mean the mental. It's not the mental, but the complete experience of yourself and the experience of your being, whatever it is which you have never known before. We say this is my nose, this is my hand, this is my body. We say my, but who is the owner of this my is the Spirit. And the Spirit is the reflection of God Almighty within us. Now, so many patients have been cured, many heart patients have been cured, cancer has been cured, and even AIDS has been cured through Sajog, no doubt. But for that, we cannot force you. We cannot force you to take to your realization. It is your own desire, your pure desire that works. This solves the problem once for all. Because first of all, your health improves, also your wealth improves. The reason is, also there is a Lakshmi principle in the Nabhi Chakra. When it gets enlightened, you get ideas, and ideas which are workable, which work out to solve even your financial problems, so you don't have to take to something that is greed or take to something that is wrong. Above all, you feel absolutely satisfied about everything. For example, now you want to buy a car, then you want to buy a house. Nothing satisfies you. You go on buying one from another to another to another. Nothing satisfies you. What happens that all the time you are dissatisfied, and whatever you work out and whatever you try for is of no use to you, because once it is done, you think it's finished now. It's no use having anything of this kind, but we should have something more. Is a principle of economics that wants in general are not satiable. So we all suffer from this kind of a madness of running from one thing to another and then to another. Now this is finished. Whatever you get, you enjoy. And whatever you have, you love it. Even a little thing like these flowers here, so fragrant, I can just feel them, how beautiful they are and how they are so fragrant. They may die tomorrow, but how fragrant they are, how they are giving you joy. And you become sort of I should say, a very sensitive personality which feels the nature, which feels other human beings, and which feels all the goodness of the world. You become really a very saintly person, like a saint. But you don't have to give up your family, you don't have to give up anything, because this giving up is also a mental idea that if you do this, then something will happen. I'll give a simple example. I was in Chicago, it was very cold, really, really cold. And we were in a hall which was heated up, but still it was very cold. And everybody was feeling the cold, you see. But there was a fellow from some group, Hare Rama group, who came and who was wearing a very thin dhoti. He was an American, you see, and he was shivering before me. I said, why are you wearing a dhoti? So he said, my guru has told me that if you have to have your moksha, you must wear dhoti. I said, really? Then in our country, 80% people wear nothing but dhoti. Then all of them will get moksha without any trouble. Then, then he was shaved and had a ponytail behind, what we call, I don't know, in your language what do you call to shaving? Huh?
Which one? Oh?
But the shaving is the thing that you have.
Kudmi.
Huh?
You have a small kudmi.
Could be. All right. So he was having a could be. Now, Jitu. All right. So I said, what is all this? Why did you shave your hair? Why did you have this? So again he said, my guru has told me that you have to have this if you want to enter into heavens. I said, really? I didn't know this because in India so many people have it. But then I told him about Kabira, who has said a beautiful couplet about it. He said, by shaving your head, if you can go to heaven, then what about the lamb who is shaved twice a year? He'll be there first before you. It's like this. So, you see, all this kind of thing, when I said, he got very angry. He said, you are talking against my guru. I said, I'm not talking against your guru, but I'm just telling you as a mother. What are you doing? What's the use? It's so cold for me as a mother, I feel that you should not wear such a thin dhoti that you feel this shivering in yourself. So this is what I'm saying, that if you are in ignorance and you accept it as a truth, you will go on and on and on for ages together, yugas will pass, you'll never take to truth. The truth is that which can be absolutely experienced. Not only that, but there should be complete understanding through your reasoning, not rationality, but reasoning. You must know it, that what you have got is the truth. Is not the way that my guru told me or that I know this is it. It's not like that. Now, this will do good not only to your physical being, as I told you, it will do good to your mental being. You will become a peaceful person. Many people who are mentally sick have been cured. Now, English language is very limited. As you know, mind, I don't understand English mind, what it means. If it means intelligence or if it means brain or anything. But we call it buddhi. That's a simple word to understand. English language as it is, you know, is very limited. It has no sense much of adhyatma, about spiritual life. But as I don't know your language, I had to use this foreign language to explain to you. For example, they say spirit. Now spirit can mean Atma, spirit can mean alcohol, spirit can mean also a dead body. I mean, imagine. These three things, how can you have one word for that? But our languages are much more explanatory because they have been always going into the understanding of the truth. That's why we have much more words which can explain our inner problems and inner things in a very clear-cut manner. So now whatever it is, we should say that when people are retarded, they are born retarded, or they have mental problems, can be cured through Sahaja Yoga. There are many who have been cured by Sahaja Yoga. They have been. I'm not telling you lies, because I don't have to get anything from you. I don't have to get any money or any position, or I'm not for any election or for any political acts. I am here just to give you what is your own. This is your right to have. And all the saints have talked about it. You go to Punjab, there is Guru Nanak. He says, Kahe re ban kho jana jai. Why are you searching it in the jungle? It is within you. Just find it within yourself. And once you find it, then you realize what you are, that you are the pure spirit. This is the minimum that happens to us when you get realization. But afterwards, when you are established, you get all the powers to give realizations to others, to save others, and to work it out in such a way that it spreads very fast. What I feel, basically, we are very conditioned people. For example, I went to Russia. Russia is a place They were not allowed to talk about God or religion. It was such a crime to talk about God, about religion. Now in Russia you'll be amazed, first time I went there, I was amazed the way people thronged for Sat. And they settled down so easily, thousands and thousands. Always I have programs in a very big stadium. But in one village there is 21,000 settled Sahajogis, you know. We can't say their Pindas are better or they are people of Purva Punyas or anything. But only thing good about them is they are not conditioned. They are a people with very clean slate. And just they accept and go into it. The scientists, we have so many scientists who are Sahajogis in Russia. It's very surprising. And once I had about 300 scientists who invited me to a conference, and as I started talking about science, because I thought for the scientists we better start talking on science. They said, "Brother, we don't want to know about science, because in science they have really very much advanced people, much more than even America." They said, "We know all the science and the limitations of science. You tell us about the science of God." I was amazed at these people. There are 240 doctors who are practicing Sahaja Yoga in Moscow itself, leave alone other parts. Now, you see, very surprising when they had a coup there, and I was there and I asked them, "Are you not worried about your political situation?" He said, "Why should we?" I said, "Why? There's such a political situation of coup and all that, aren't you worried?" They said, "See, Mother, we are in the kingdom of God. What do we bother about this kingdom?" Such people are there because they are not so conditioned. We are overly read people. We know so many things by heart, and we are so conditioned in this country that I find the level of reaching the truth is much higher in those countries where they have had no education whatsoever about spirit, about religion, about God. Because once you think you know so much, it's difficult to talk to. Supposing you send some boy to a college who thinks he knows everything. Well, how will he learn? Nothing. In the same way it happens in our country, and I sometimes feel very sad because I know this country is very great, and in this country are born such great saints of such great heights that we should not be lacking behind. As I told you, the whole world feels that India will give them the spiritual lead which is needed. Now, first they used to talk about IQ. That is the intelligence coefficients. And according to them, Germans were the most highest races. Can you imagine with all the kinds of horrible things they have done? But what has happened with them? Now they are talking about EQ, that there has to be a balance of your emotions as well as your intelligence. If intelligence doesn't have the balance of emotion, a person can become a devil. Now they are coming to this point. But we realized it's long since, I don't know, even Markandeya has talked about it thousands of years back. Now Kundalini is not a new science by any chance. It's a very, very ancient thing which was discovered in India. I was surprised that Ukraine I went to, and they had 3,000 years before Christ. They said a Machinder Nath came to our country. Can you imagine our Machinder Nath? Machinder Nath and Gorakhnath came to our country, and he told us about the Adishakti, about the Aditi they called it. And they have made paintings about this, about the chakra. I was amazed to see all these things, that they could make it even in the terracotta, and they are in the museum. I was surprised how they accepted all these things. But then they said that our communism came, or the Christian religion came, and they abolished everything. But still they have in the museum all these things which I am talking to you today. So this is an ancient science of Sahaja Yoga. It is not a new one. The only difference is that in the old times, when people were practicing this, especially the Nath Panthis, in Maharashtra and also in your country, they did not sort of do the job of Kundalini awakening much. The tradition was to give only one selected person the awakening, only one. One guru would give it to one at the most. But at the time in the 12th century, Gyaneshwara said that no, let me at least write about this Kundalini. So when he wrote a treatise on Gita, in the Gita is not mentioned, because Krishna must have thought, what's this of telling these people about it? Maybe. Then Gyaneshwara wrote it in the 6th chapter, telling about the Kundalini, how she is the one who gives you realization. She is your individual mother, and how she works it out, so beautifully done. It's in the 6th chapter, but the Dharma Martandas, the ones who were in charge of religion, had no idea about it. So they said, this is out of question, this is something that Gyaneshwara has said it, but it has no meaning, it's nishiddha, it's not to be read. So the whole thing went into oblivion. Then came in the 16th century so many saints, even in your country, we can say the maximum number of saints came, but also in the West. We have William Blake, we have another one called as Louis, you see. All these people have talked about Sahaja so clearly. But we didn't understand that it's so important to get your self-realization. Now what we have done now in this modern times is that a new method of en masse realization has come. En masse. You can give realization to masses. That has to be, because the time is set. Because also this Param Chaitanya has gone into a transformation. So now, before the Satyuga starts, after the Kali Yuga, what has started is called as Kruta Yuga, where this Param Chaitanya is absolutely active. It's so active that once you come to Sahaja Yoga, you'll be amazed. You may say this is what you have got as a miracle. Nothing is a miracle here. Everything works out so beautifully that you won't be able to believe that is possible, because just from this Ghor Kali Yuga, getting into the realm of Kruta Yuga. And the Satya Yuga has started, because in Satya Yuga, all the wrong things will be exposed, and that's what is happening today. So you shouldn't blame anybody. It is the Yuga which is helping us to see things which we never saw before. Now at this juncture, what I have to tell you, that you have this power. You can become thoughtlessly aware. Your spirit comes into your attention. In the light of your spirit, your attention does lots of things. If you put attention to somebody, you can know about his chakra. You can cure that person. You can help that person. So many things can be done through your attention, which is now enlightened, absolutely enlightened by the Spirit. You can experience your own being. You can experience your greatness. You can experience your glory. And also you develop a new dimension in you, which we call as collective consciousness, samuhik chetana. Means you can feel others on your fingertips. Who is the other? The question is, who is the other? And you are amazed how you can feel others on your fingertips. And once you are there, you are a Sahaja. Anything happens to you here, the whole world, wherever there are Sahajogis, they get disturbed. They want to help you. They want to find out what's the matter. The whole world, this one thing happens to you. Everyone all over the world where you have so many brothers and sisters, they have all become collectively conscious. We have seminars in India once a year, and people from 65 nations at least come there, all selected people. I've never seen them quarrel. I've never seen them fighting. Never said a harsh word. They don't drink, they don't smoke, nothing of the kind. But so much beautiful, lovable people, how they love each other. Of course they are little mischievous, there's certain humor there. But it's such a friendship, such understanding and oneness, such a rapport. the children and the elders. It's a very beautiful race that has come out. Now I request you as Indians to understand me and not to keep your mind working so much, but just understand that you have to have this. Because ultimately what you get is that you jump into the sea of joy. Joy is not like happiness and unhappiness. It is singular. It is keval. It is absolute. This joy is there, and you just enjoy yourself, you enjoy everyone, and life becomes full of enjoyment. And all these trivial things that bother you get solved. Everything gets solved. You are amazed how it worked out. I have got letters after letters, and I was so fed up reading all of them that I didn't know what to do with it. So I told one Sajogi, who is very good at computer, that you computerize these things and see now we should put it in the book. In 1 month, he says, the whole thing has gone up to my head, mother. Now what am I doing? In 1 month. I said, forget it. Let people experience, enjoy, and find it out for themselves. What's this of writing? You get this, you get that. It's so wonderful, the whole thing is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'll give you 2 examples. You won't believe how this Param Chaitanya is helping us. There was a lady from Mexico who was working with the UNICEF, and when I went to New York, many people from the UN came. One of them was herself. Then she took to Sahaja Yoga and she became a very devout Sahajogini. She had a son, very young boy, who was studying in Harvard University, and she wrote to me, mother, in Mexico all my elders died of some disease which is very horrible, and they died at a very old age, but my son has got this disease at a very young age. He's just a student. So she wrote to me 3 letters. Whether I should come to India, will you help me, this, that. But I was traveling, I thought what to do. And the 4th letter came in which she writes, mother, thanks to you. Of course I didn't do anything. I must tell you, I am a Nishkriya. I don't do anything. But it has worked out, and my son has no disease. They have given all negative report. I was surprised how it has worked out. It's a fact. It's a fact. How it has worked. This is the Param Chaitanya. We just worked it out. You see, it is like a big computer, I should say, or it's a very big office where the sort of things go and they work it out. You won't believe it works, and it has worked with so many. There's another case of a girl who was young. Her father was a Sahajogi, mother was a Sahajogi. But she got frustrated with some very young girl in some love affair or something. So she wanted to kill herself. Father was a custom officer, so she took a pistol and put the trigger in. And the thing triggered in such a way that the thing came out from this side, a bullet, and also some blood. So parents got a flight, they took her to the hospital. But she was quite conscious throughout. And doctors were amazed, how is she conscious? But then they x-rayed her, saw her, and they were amazed that the bullet has not touched any bone, any muscle, any nerve. It has nicely come out from this side. And the doctors couldn't understand. As a result, that hospital has taken to surgery in Delhi. That way I must say North Indians are much better in this respect, their authorities, because the Delhi University took over and there was a research done and 4 doctors have got now MD. But here, I don't know what is the situation, but in Maharashtra, we have some so-called intelligent intellectuals. I think they are dumb people, absolutely dumb, because they don't want to see. If this is going to help them, why shouldn't you see this? Because after all, we are suffering from so many things, and if this is going to be helpful, why just say that this is not good, not possible, we can't believe it. But if you say arrogantly, you raise my Kundalini, I cannot. If you force on me, they told me one organization will give you 2 lakhs of rupees if you raise my Kundalini. I said, even if you give 10 lakhs, I cannot raise. Because Kundalini doesn't understand money. She understands your pure desire, because she is the power of pure desire. She is your individual mother. She knows everything about you, and she is anxious to give you your second birth. So this is all you have within yourself, which has to just manifest. Once it manifests, you will be surprised. Your children will be very beautiful children, and most of them pass with flying colors. I have seen so many surgeries who get first class first position, first class second position, who were supposed to be very dull students. So you can imagine what happens to your intelligence also, but also you become a very compassionate, kind and a peaceful person. If this is all your own property, this is all within you, why not have it? What's the harm in having it? Instead of thinking about something else, I've read this and I've read that, why not have it? It is a very, very simple thing. It is sahaja. Saha means born, saha means with, ja means born. It's born with you. This right, this birthright to have this yoga is the union with the divine. May God bless you. We will have the meditation process now. It will take hardly 10 minutes, not more than that. But if you don't want to have it, you can leave the place. So I have already told you that I
Let us all continue to sit in a state of silent meditation for a while. साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. Let us all humbly bow down and raise for Aarti.
कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री
ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಈ ದಿನ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಕುಳಿತು ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡಲು ಅನುಮತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀಚರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಂತ ಕೋಟಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ತಾಯಿ. ಶ್ರೀಮಾತಾಜಿ, we offer our koti pranams at your holy lotus feet for letting us to sit in front of you and meditate at your holy lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please bless all of us to be worthy of your attention always. Jai Shri Mataji, let us all raise Kundalini and put Bandhan. Kids are requested to gather outside for meditation. Outside on the lawn, kids are requested to gather there for kids meditation. We will be having a few announcements and session now. We have picnic arranged next week, Saturday on 28th. Request everyone to kindly register. Payments can be made later on also. Please give your registrations. Kirtana will be standing outside near the Prashad. Please give your names so that we can make all the necessary arrangements. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಶನಿವಾರ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಪಿಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನೀಡಿ. ಹಣವನ್ನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಹ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ. ಜೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. Yeah, we have also arranged transport and food arrangements. Everything is done. So pickup points, everything will be announced soon in few days, 2-3 days. So if there are any questions also, please let us know. Volunteers are here to answer.
Jai Shri Mataji. We just wanted to have one small session about the importance of social media. So, ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸೆಷನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂತ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ who all wants to spread Sahaj Yoga? Can you please raise your hands? Who are or desirous of spreading Sahaj Yoga? Great. Now, if I tell you, you can spread Sahaj Yoga by just sitting in your house and spend 15 minutes every day. How many of you would want to participate in that? Excellent. So I just want to tell you about, maybe set a context first. when we try to look at some product, we want to buy something, or we are looking at some service that we want to take, what do we first do? Of some company or some product, let's say we want to buy AquaGuard, right? What we do, we go to the website, we research, we go to the AquaGuard social media page like Facebook or Instagram, and then try to see what people are giving us a feedback. How many people have put positive reviews? Are they being, any kind of complaints or issues that they are raising in the social media sites? So that is the first impression that somebody tries to make before buying a product. So similarly, when we give pamphlets, or when we talk about Sahaj Yoga, or when they hear about Sahaj Yoga from friends or other Sahaj Yogis, the first thing that people do is go to the website or go to the social media sites. It could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, anywhere, wherever we have social media, and they try to see what is happening there. So it is very important for us to set the right first impressions, positive impressions, for whoever is trying to seek Sahaj Yoga. So the days when we used to go do pamphleting, tell people about Sahaj Yoga, they used to come to the centers, is slowly going down. People want to consume such messages, such impressions on, in the websites or on social media, and then come to the centers, or try to even do it online. So the things are changing drastically. We're moving from, let's say, the paper world into a digital world. And our presence in the digital world has to be very strong. And what we thought is the best opportunity for us, as we are nearing Shri Mataji's 100th birthday, let us all, unite, let us all come collectively, not just Sahaj Yogi sitting here, but across the state and across the world, try to strengthen our digital presence in a big way. So that's the session that we want to have. Please bear with us for 15 minutes so that we'll be able to tell what is the help that we need from you and how you all can contribute. It does not matter if you don't know English fluently. We need more local language communicators who can communicate on the social media sites as well. So,
thank you, Guru Bhaiya. After that excellent speech of Shri Mataji, this was in Bangalore, all of us will be thinking, how can we spread the message of Mother everywhere? So, keeping that as the context and keeping what Guru Bhaiya said, we are launching our Karnataka Sahaj Yoga social media campaign. It is called Mission 21,000. We will tell you why it is called Mission 21,000 a little later, but the opportunity is there for all of you to be part of this campaign. ಇಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಜ ಯೋಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಸೋಷಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ನ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಮಿಷನ್ 21,000 ಅಂತ. ಸೊ 21,000 ಯಾಕೆ, ಮಿಷನ್ 21,000 ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ಗುರು ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಇದು ಬರೀ 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಅಕಂಪ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಸೋಷಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ? Does everybody know what these social media brands are? Of course, WhatsApp is very evident. We can't live without WhatsApp, so that is very easy. Any other guesses? Which are the ones that are there on Facebook? Facebook. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ. ಮೂರನೇದು ಟ್ವಿಟರ್. ಓಕೆ. ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್ಇನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್: ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಟ್ವಿಟರ್, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್, ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್ಇನ್ ಮತ್ತು ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆ್ಯಪ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್. ಸೊ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾವು ಇದೀವ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೀವ, ಡು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಡಸ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಿಯಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದೀಸ್? Yes, we have a presence in all of these, and if you look at the slide, you will know where we are. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಸಹಜಯೋಗದ ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನಾನು ಸಹಜಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಪೇಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ಎಸ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್. ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಆನ್ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 4100 ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್. ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4100 ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 1468 ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್. 1468 ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪೇಜ್ಗೆ. ಇದು ನಂಬರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ, ಓ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನಫ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೆನಿ ಅದರ್ ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್, this number is not enough, and this is why we wanted to call our mission as 21,000. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ 21,000, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅವರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋದು 21st ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸೊ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 21st ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ 21,000. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ದೇ ಸೇ, ಲಿಟಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಮೈಟಿ ಓಷನ್. ಹನಿ ಹನಿ ಗೂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಳ್ಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಮಿಷನ್ನ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅಕಂಪ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಸೈಟ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು 21,000 ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ನಾವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇದೆ, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಹತ್ತತ್ರ 3,500 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 168 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿ 168 ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಡಬಲ್ ದ ಕೌಂಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಲಂಚ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಇದು ಬರೀ ಯುವಾಸ್ಗೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕವ್ರಿಗೆ, ನಮಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಯಂಗ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ನಾಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ at today the numbers, 53% of the world's population is on social media. Not 1, 2, 3, 20, 53, but this is an old number. It could be as high as 60 or 65 or even more. If you pick particular brands. So all of you should be on social media. Second is it's fast. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಮಿನಿಟ್. ಇನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತಿನ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಫುಲ್. ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಗೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ತಾರಾ, ನಮಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಹೈ ಇನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಟಾಕ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹೌ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಸೋಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದು 5,000 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ತಲುಪಿದೆ. 5,000 ಜನ. ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ಫ್ಯೂ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಅದು ಮಾಡೋದು ತಪ್ಪಂತಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ದ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್, ದ ರೀಚ್. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಅ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ರೀಚ್ಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 5,000 ಪೀಪಲ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಈ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ 3 times ದ್ವಿಗುಣ ತ್ರಿಗುಣ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋನೆನ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು 50,000 ಜನಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿಟ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಆರ್ ನಾವು ನಮಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇದು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲಿ 30,000 50,000 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜು ಹೋಗೋ ಅದು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ನಾವು ಸಹಜಯೋಗನ ಹೇಗೆ ಈ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನ ಸಹಜಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನೈಸ್ ದಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನೈಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೊಸಬ್ರು ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ ಅಥವಾ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅದನ್ನು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಯಾರೋ ತುಂಬ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನಲ್ಲೇ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರೋರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನೈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಥರ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗನ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಜಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿಯವರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅದೆಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಬರೀ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಆಗುವಿಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಕಮಿಂಗ್. ಅದನ್ನು ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಶೋಕೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಆನ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಕಾಮನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಇದೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿಷನ್ 21,000ನ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ವೆರಿ ಅವೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಎ ವೈಬ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್. ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಥರ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ವೆಲ್ ನೋನ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ's grace, let us all pray that Sahaja becomes the most well known meditation in Karnataka. Yeah, next slide, Rajesh. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಓಕೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಓಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಮಿಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ? ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಇವತ್ತೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿರೋರ್ಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಇದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇಜ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, so all of you should create, subscribe and follow the page. If you don't know, the UAs are always there. If you have anybody who's below 30 around you, you can ask all the UAs. They will be more than willing to help you, or you can ask your kids also. Kids are very, very fast as well. So all of you, please create the social media accounts. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಲದು, ನೀವು ಲೈಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಬಟನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಥಮ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಆರ್ ಥಮ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರ ಹತ್ರ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಷನ್ನ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸಹಜೋಗ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬರೀ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನ್ಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಂದವರು ಸೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಇವ್ರು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಟ್ ಯಾರೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾರೂ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇನು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು, ಸಹಜೋಗ ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಭಾಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬರೀ ಜಯಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಬಾರ್ದು. ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜಯಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಎ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೀ, ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನೋ ಓಕೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಯಾ, Facebook is first, followed by Instagram and Twitter.
ಸೊ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವರಾಗಲಿ ಯುವಕರಾಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯುವಕರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೋ, ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
Next, what you need to do is be responsible. ಅಂದರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಏನು ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜು ಡಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ಸು, ಲೈಕ್ಸು, ಶೇರ್ಸು ಡಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್. ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರನೂ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಗುರುಸ್ದು ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸಹಜಯೋಗೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನೋಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀವು ಏನೇನೋ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಗುರುಸ್ದು ಅದು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. So we have to be with Sahaja and use social media to bring others to Sahaja and not get lost looking at some other content and spending unnecessary time.
So yes. So basically ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ಹೊಸಬರಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಸೀಕರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲವಾಗಿರೋಂಥ ನಾವು ಮೆಸೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಸಹಜೋಗಿಗಳಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅವರ ಪೂಜಾ ಟಾಕ್ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಸೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಸಹಜೋಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೆಂಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಬೋದು, ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಗುರಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಗೋಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ನಾಟ್ ಕೇಟರ್ ಟು ದಿ senior Sahajogis or existing Sahajogis, right? So we are not going to put photographs of puja or any messages about puja. It is purely targeted to bring new seekers, make them curious, give them the right first impression and help them come to the center or contact us so that we'll be able to guide them. So that is the goal. So when we try to comment also, we need to make it more from a new yogi or a new seeker perspective. So we need not give too much of gyan or advice right there. It has to be very subtle, it has to be very loving, right? So that's what is the expectation.
Yeah. Next is next slide. We want you to talk to Sahajogis in your sub-center, especially for all the sub-center leaders, sub-center people who are here. Please spend 5 minutes talking about social media from now on. After your meditation is done, like we are doing today, 5 minutes in your center talk about, hey, ನಿಮ್ದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್. ಸೊ 5 minutes ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಮೇನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಯುವರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ IT city. We have a lot of young talent, but honestly we find it very difficult to channelize all the energies and put lot of nice posts. If you look at many of the other states, they are doing very well with social media. So request every yuva to spend. We don't need professional expertise. Namge professional expertise beda. We just need somebody who can create content, help in deploying, little bit do design, which all of you know already. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯುವರ್ಸು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು ನೀವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿ.
ಸೊ ಐಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಈ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಾನ್ ಪುಣೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಪೇಜ್, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸಹಯೋಗ ಪೇಜ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಇದೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೊಂದು ವಾಟ್ಸಾಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ವಾಟ್ಸಾಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ತಕ್ಷಣ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಸಹಯೋಗೀಸ್ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ಸಾಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಥರ ಮೆಸೇಜಸ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಮತ್ತು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಆ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಗೋ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಾವು ಏನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೇನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಇಸ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. 10 ರಿಂದ 95 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್, ನೀವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. 10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ಈವನ್ ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಟು 95 years, ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇದು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಕನ್ನಡ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ 3 focus languages. But if you want to do in any other language also, you are welcome to do it and we will post it. Okay, so please, if you think that this is only for English audience or Kannada audience, no, you can encourage many other languages also, as long as you can contribute content.
So one such example I'll give you. A lot of us, we attend sub-centers. So when we go to the sub-center, let's say in a specific, let's say Koramangala. So after the sub-center, you can just take a picture of, let's say, the center or with some Sehjogis and say, we had a great meditation in the sub-center, right? So we need to have more community interaction or community contribution in the site. It should not be that only the admins are posting and people are liking. We want it both ways. So it could be that, or we went to, let's say, do a program somewhere, a public program. That post has to come. Rather than admins posting it, others can post it, and then there is a healthy conversation that happens out there, right? So that is the whole intention.
Correct. So social media ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು? Of course, ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾಜಿ and ಸಹಜಯೋಗ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಟಾಕ್ಸ್ or ಕೋಟ್ಸ್, ಸ್ನಿಪ್ಪೆಟ್ಟು, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ಕು, ರಿಸರ್ಚು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಇಟ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ನೀವೇನು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ, ಒನ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹಜಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏನೋ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಒಂದು ಮಿರಕಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಯಿತು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಥರ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಯುವರ್ experiences. All of you should come forward to share your experience and say, ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದು ಬಿಡಿ, ಆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಆಲ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಸ್ ಸೇ, ಹೇ, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪುಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಲಿ, ಆರ್ಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ನೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಜೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ಕು, ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ಸು, ಪೋಯಟ್ರಿ, ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್, ಮೀಮ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಯುವಾಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಶೋಕೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ. ಬರೀ ನಾವು ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಥರ್ಡ್, ಲೈವ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸಸ್. ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಲೈವ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಲೈವ್, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲೈವ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇಜ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಭಯ್ಯ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲೂಟ್ ನುಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಕೌಶಿಕ್ ಭಯ್ಯ ಹಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಲೈವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಲೈವ್. ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಲೋವರ್ಸು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಓ, ಇವರು ಇಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಹಜಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಹುಬ್ಳಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಶೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಮುಸ್ಸಂಜೆ ಮಾತು ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಚಾಟ್ ಶೋ ಥರ. So they actually talk about various topics and they want to talk about Sahaj Yoga also. So there are different ways to actually use social media to spread. So live performances and Guru ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ events. ನೀವು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಪೇಜ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಓ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ, ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಮೇಘನಾ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇಜ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯುವಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓ ಕಾಮಿಡಿ ಪೇಜ್ ಥರನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಮೀಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ಲಾಫ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರದ್ದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬರೀ ಲೈಕ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಲೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಭೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪುಟ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಖರ್ಚಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪೇ ಹಿಯರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಡನಾಡಿಂದ ಓಕೆ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು 5 minutes ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ 5 minutesೇ ಸಾಕು. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ, ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, 5 minutes if you spend, that is more than enough. You don't need to spend more. ನಾವು ಓಕೆ ಇವರು ಇದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀ ಅಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತು ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದು, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಂದ ಆಗಲಿ. 5 minutes ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಸಹಜ ಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್, ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಮೆಟ್ರೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮನೇಲಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯುನೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ನೀವು ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ. ಸಹಜಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ 5 minutes ಡಿವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟುಡೇ, ದಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವೆಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಸೊ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಯುವಾಸ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯುವ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಡಿಸೈನ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್, please come forward. We need hands and legs. We need a lot of them. Okay, so we won't take much of your time, maybe 15 minutes to half hour every week. If you spend, that is more than enough. You don't need to do more. Ellaru kai hakidre the number of posts, number of ideas ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಯುವರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 10-15 minutes. ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಖಂಡಿತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಯುವಾಸ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ಗೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವಯಸ್ಕರು, ಕಿಡ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಲೈಕು ಶೇರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಖಂಡಿತ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು.
ಸೊ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬಂದು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಬ್ ಸೆಂಟರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಬೇಕು, ಯಾರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅದೇನೆ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕು, ನೀವು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ, ಇವತ್ತು ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಆಗೋ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. 85 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗೆ 15 ವರ್ಷ ಆದರೂ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ನ, ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಇವತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯು ಈಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿನ್ನರ್, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಬರೀ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಹುಬ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. So all of you please create. If you don't know, you will get help. Just call any yuva that you know, spend 5 minutes, you can do it.
And those who have the Facebook or Insta accounts,
You have
please
to-
go
Yes.
like or put some positive comments.
Yes.
On but please don't add just Jai Shri Mataji, because as Sehjogis we know what is the emotion behind Jai Shri Mataji, but for a new seeker they don't really get it. So please put very positive, constructive comments.
Yes. Next slide, Rajesh. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ಗೆ ರಿವ್ಯೂನೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹೇಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಯೂಶಲಿ ವಿ ಸೇ ಫೋನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವ. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದರ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಚೆಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಖಂಡಿತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್. ಯಾ, last slide for mother. We say we will dedicate this at the lotus feet of mother, and we will say, mother, together we can and together we shall. So any questions you have, you can take. Yeah, Prasad sir has something to share, and also Samarth is here. He's been on social media, so he will speak for a couple of minutes. He's one of the yuvas. ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಮಾತನ್ನ ಅವರು ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರು 2 ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ.
No, I just remembered, I think it's a very pertinent point that you said, that like when we make comments like Jai Shri Mataji over there, we are making these comments in front of the public. Sorry? We are making these comments like when we say Jai Shri Mataji or whatever, we are making this in front of the public. So for them it may not mean a lot. You see, like for example, when we were traveling from Brazil, Sao Paulo airport to Buenos Aires, we were at the airport at the departure gate, and Shri Mataji was sitting in the chair, and I was sitting on the floor. And Shrimati said, no, upar aake baithiye. She said, come and sit in the chair. Because it would look funny, it would look a bit strange for other people who are there, they would not understand. See, so I did not sit on the chair, I stood on my feet, because I did not feel like sitting on the chair next to Shri Mataji. But what this goes to show is that we don't appear to be too strange to people who may not understand this. So like there was also a comment made, whatever comments that we are making, we have to remember that we are making it in front of the public. So there was a comment earlier not to say things that are too controversial or things like that. So this is something I thought is relevant.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Like in Brazil, they say on the YouTube pages, the general instruction is not to make comments like Jai Shri Mataji because other people do not understand. We are saying this in front of the public over there.
So Samarth, over to you. And today, ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಏನು ಅಡುಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇವತ್ತು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನಿಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಂತ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ನೀವು ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ,
ಎಸ್
ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ ಅಂತ.
ಎಸ್ ಸಮರ್ಥ್, ಓವರ್ ಟು ಯು. ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯಾ ವಿಲ್ ಶೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆ್ಯಪ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
So, Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. Bhaiya spoke enough, so I'll not take much of your time. So, I'm from Hyderabad actually, but we as yogis, we belong to the whole world. So, what Uncle was saying about Jai Shri Mataji, I would just also say one thing. For the entire collective is, even in our collective, sometimes we just say Jai Shri Mataji in vain. Might be for testing the mic, or also while giving the prasad. I mean, it just comes, everyone we see, we say Jai Shri Mataji. Jai Shri Mataji, you cannot take God's name in vain. You say it once with your heart, then it's said always, you know. So I wanted to say, because one of the 10 commandments, it says you can't say God's name in vain. So we'll also keep that in mind. Social media, it is very important because we are portraying ourselves outside to the world. We have got the light, but the outer world is still blind. So this is one point I wanted to make. Also in the collective, we have to be careful about when we say Jai Shri Mataji also. So about social media, Shri Mataji plans everything. So we in Hyderabad, the group of Yuvas started a page. You can all check now in your phone. It's called SY_Inner Peace. And before the COVID, like 1 year back, it was, I think, Shri Mataji's plan how it worked. And we wanted to target only the youth specially, because many Sejoga pages are there for different collectives, but we have seen rarely youth are targeted. And even if the pages are there, we post content, might be, as Bhaiya was saying, we post sometimes Shri Mataji's puja photographs. The new seekers cannot understand what we are doing sometimes with the account. So we wanted a separate account for the new seekers, for only the youth. You can just see the content, what is there. And it is only, even if you are making reels, it is some yogi talking, or it is directly from Shri Mataji's talk, where we are getting out the points which seekers can understand. And we cannot say this to everyone that we don't say Jai Shri Mataji, so we mute the comments. And if the yogis or the seekers want to get in touch with us directly, they DM us. And at the COVID time, we have seen so many seekers, I mean the youth have come to us, and we have taken sessions, and they are in all part of the world now, and they are practicing Sage Yoga, the youth. And it's been an achievement by our grace, and many youth are coming forward, they are joining with us, and we are having really great time. We would also contribute to other collectives also, because Sage Yoga is for the whole world. It's not for Karnataka, it's not for Hyderabad, it's not for Delhi. It's for the whole world. So it will be great. And one thing I would say, Yuvas, because generally what we face a problem is we feel shy sometimes. That we don't openly say we meditate. Aditya Bhaiya, you must be knowing Ryan Adhikari. Aditya, who is Aditya here? There's another Aditya Bhaiya from Maharashtra, I think. I don't know. So we also had seekers from Bangalore who took realization, and they were also here in center. Now they are in US. But this was all part of the social media only. They got sessions online, and they have been established like that. What was I saying? Yeah, the US feeling shy. But now when we put stories on Instagram, actually we see that we get a lot of respect, even from our friends, that, oh, you meditate. So they will understand your importance as a person, that they respect you really from heart, your friends. And it'll really give you also self-confidence, and then you can also spread about Sahaj Yoga. It's a very good platform, social media we have. And everyone is on Instagram, all youth, everyone is on Instagram. We also have an international page called We Meditate. You can also check that. They have really good content. So that's all. Thank you so much, Jai Shri Mataji.
Pradeep?
So, Jayalakshmi Aunty just wanted me to convey one more thing inside these controversial comments. Do you think we can comment about other religions?
No.
Other gurus, other forms of meditation? No. Caste? No. Okay? So anything that might, we only talk about Sahajaga, not about other practices. So this was something she wanted me to convey. No controversial comments.
So this is also our test of our discretion, our diplomacy, how we can communicate with love positively. So let us try to keep that in mind. And also, as the Yuva was saying, that even in Sahaj Yoga Karnataka Facebook page, we don't have Karnataka Sahaj Yogis following so much. We have a lot of Sahaj Yogis from Ukraine, Europe, other countries who are following Sahaj Yoga Karnataka and also liking our pages. So I think it is high time that the Sahaj Yogis of Karnataka start, following and getting active. So please don't forget your homework. Jai Shri Mataji.
Yeah.
So one more thing, today's video was from 1996 public program in Bangalore. I think this video and the whole discourse was so elusive for the last 26 years that this is the first time I think we all had the good fortune to listen to again after 96. And also there is a very nice welcoming of Shri Mataji from the airport. I think in Bangalore, we don't have any welcome video of Shri Mataji. So if you all are interested, we can watch that after this. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. One more announcement is there. Today, the new pamphlets have come in English. You can see them piled up in the counter. So all the sub-centers are requested to take. They are in bundles of 1,000. So please take, and you can go ahead with the distribution. The Kannada and the Hindi ones will follow next week. We will have both Kannada and Hindi, and they will be sent to all parts of Karnataka. Thank you.
सहजोगी बने, सच्चे सुख का ज्ञान हुआ, जीवन एक वरदान हुआ। जब से हम सहजोगी बने, जब से हम सहजोगी बने। सहज योग की सहज शक्ति ऐसा जादू कर गई, भेद के साथ चक्र कुंडलिनी सात समंदर तर गई। कीचक कमल समान हुआ, सहजोगी बने। अरे जिस मिलन के कारण सूर हो उठा अधीरा, सुनो जिस मोह मिलन में रच गया दास कबीरा। राज सुख छोड़ के सारे दीवानी हो गई मीरा, सहज हम निर्मल माने दिया उस मिलन का हीरा। महावीर और बुद्ध ने गाए निराकार के गीत। संत मिले पूरब पश्चिम के जो पुराने मीत। विश्व मिलन आसान हुआ, जीवन एक वरदान हुआ। जब से हम सहयोगी बने, जब से हम सहयोगी बने। सहज योग है सहज जीवन, बात समझिए आ गई। दुर्लभ हो गया सुलभ आत्मा, अपनी मंजिल पा गई। अपने पर अभिमान